here tonight at Barr-Reeve.
Yeah, this is special, and we talk about that, and really on our schedule there's some asterisk games, I guess you call them, where you just by looking at them you place an asterisk there, and for us and single A, obviously Lagodi and North Daviess are both big games for us, and so and I probably added with what happened in this sectional a year ago, kind of makes the game a little bit bigger in a lot of people's eyes. But we've tried to stress to the kids this is again one of your 21 regular season games, and win or lose, we've got the rest of the season to go on to.
And tournament time just around the corner. This is a possible tournament opponent again tonight. The North Cougars, there's going to be geared up and ready to go at you. What do you know about this ball club, and what's the key for a Viking victory?
Yeah, there's no question they'll be jacked up and ready to play. Hopefully our kids will be energized, and usually when you have a game like this and the atmosphere, that you usually see a pretty close ball game regardless of what happens. And North Daviess they'll guard you. So we've got to make sure at the offensive end we're executing our offense and getting the ball where it needs to be. And then the most obvious thing in basketball is you got to make shots, and then we've got to do probably a better job of guarding the ball than we did last night. We got to get down, and they've got some kids that will take the ball, take it to the rim, and we got to make sure we're in front of them and try to stop that from happening.
Your team looked pretty good last night against Wood Memorial. The Trojans came in ready to play, and you guys stood up to the challenge and got a big victory last night.
Yeah, I thought Wood Memorial played really well last night. For a team, I think only had 4 wins. They were a very good opponent, and they came in here and we jumped out to a really good first quarter. I think we put 24 on the board into the first quarter, and didn't quite do that throughout the rest of the game. But I thought it was a good game for our club in preparation for tonight.
And Trey had a good night back on the offensive side of things, 21 points. Christian also did a nice job underneath. He had 16 first half points. Those two are going to be big again tonight.
Well, they're going to have to be. Trey's going to, it was nice to see him hit some shots from the perimeter, and I'm sure that'll be needed tonight. And then, we just feel like that with Christian and Brandon, we can take the ball inside. They probably got an inch on us in there. They got a couple bigger kids. But, we won't shy away. We'll take the ball in there and let them operate.
Defensively, what's the strategy for the Vikings?
You just got to be tough. We'll do what we need to do to win the game, and whether that's man zone, press, whatever we feel how the game's going. But the bottom line is the defensive end. You got to show some toughness, and when the shot goes up, you got to go get it. And those are the 2 keys there. Your defense and rebounding in any big game is going to be key.
Doesn't get any better, as I said earlier, in the atmosphere tonight. Coaches versus cancer night. What a great night for that, too, raising money for a good cause here.
Yeah, it really was. And, really before the game even starts, I think we're up to about $1,700 that we've raised with the sale of T-shirts. North Daviess did a nice job and sold about 250 T-shirts, and we sold our share here, and we got some canisters out, and they'll go through the crowd. And, I'm hoping to be able to send a check to the American Cancer Society with over $2,000 on Coaches versus Cancer.
That's awesome. Coach, any change up in your lineup tonight?
No, we'll go with how we went last night with Jordan sending in there, and we'll adjust from there.
Always appreciate the time. Let's get a victory. We'll talk to you in the postgame show.
Okay, thanks, Dwayne.
The Viking head coach is Ryan Hughes prior to tip-off of the Buggy Bowl tonight at Barr-Reeve High School. The JV game just wrapping up, and the Barr-Reeve Vikings get the preliminary win in JV competition. Barr-Reeve wins it 38-20.
point, the great boys team on the season record of 12 run. Having defeated both Washington and Jasper games this past week. 7 great boys also still undefeated with a season record of 14-0. They also defeated Washington and Jasper this week. Next game for both teams will be Monday night at Buggy and Tuesday night as they travel to the North Daviess boys. So we invite you back to ask you to show our encouragement and appreciation of our young student athletes as they seek to keep their Viking winning traditions going. Congratulations, good luck guys, to your new teammates.
Official doesn't want to say it either because it's just that more pressure, but there are going to be those types of games as long as there's high school basketball. There's human beings, there's 12, 13 of them, no matter whether it's 3 referees or 2 out there on the floor, and they're doing the best they can on a split-second call in judgment.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, and Coach Hughes was the first one to say, you know, doggone if we played a little better the first 3.5 quarters, you know, we should be up by 10 and the call don't hurt you.
Yep, that's right. But again, I just think back to that shot straight play in that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That he was able to get the shot off.
Yeah.
The shot.
Oh, you've talked about it all year long. The athleticism of Trey Hughes is right up there top notch with anybody in the Southern Indiana area. I mean, I put him up as being able to penetrate, step back, shoot a jump basketball. It takes about 2 steps forward, 2 back.
Weekend doesn't get any better, does it?
No, it does not.
Vikings and the Cougars. Let's go to the starting lineups now here on WAMW. First for the 11 and 2 Barr-Reeve Vikings. They'll start at one guard, the 6'1 senior Trey Hughes. He's averaging 19 points a game, put in 21 last night in the Viking win. The other guard is Willie Helms. He's a 5'9 senior, chipping in about 5 points a game. Willie does so much other stuff on the floor, though, for the Vikings. Always makes his presence known. In the forward spot is the 6'2 senior Brandon Graber, 6 points a game for Graber. In the other forward spot is Jordan Sinnott. Sinnott gets the starting nod again tonight from Coach Hughes. And working the middle is the 6'3 senior Christian Duncan. Duncan finished with 18 points. He's averaging about 13 a game for Barr-Reeve. Coach Hughes picked up career win number 400 last night here on his home court against Wood Memorial. So again, congratulations to Coach Hughes on a great milestone. To the North Daviess lineup now. Starting guard is a 5'10 Nick Graves. The other guard is 6'1 senior Kendall Whitmer. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore, Matt Miller. And the other forward is a 6'1 senior, Nelson Graber. And working the middle for North Daviess is 6'4 senior, Stephen Townsend. As Coach said, Barr-Reeve gives up a little bit of height underneath to these North Daviess Cougars. So we'll see what Christian can do underneath against the Cougars tonight. We know he made his presence known last night because Wood Memorial just did not have a matchup for him underneath last night. Got a left.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our high school. Always varsity basketball game between the North Daviess Cougars and our Barr-Reeve Vikings. Introducing first of all our guests tonight, the Cougars of North Daviess High School. senior, Kendall Whitmer. Number 22, the guard, the senior, Nelson Gregory. Right in another guard position, number 32, a freshman, Nick Craves. Right in a forward position, number 11, a sophomore, Matt Miller. Starting in another forward position, number 42, a senior, Stetson Townsend. And on the Cougars team, they're coached by Glenn Gallagher, assisted by Roger Brothers and John Hunter. Now on the fans and guests, let's meet the starting lineup. Our Army Vikings. Starting in the forward position, number 44, senior, Brandon Wagler. Position number 22, senior, Jordan Stinson. Position number 34, senior, Kristen Bunchen. Position number 20, senior, Willie Helms. And starting in the guard position number 24, also senior, Trey Hughes.
They got a couple 6'2" boys, and so it'll be interesting tonight to make sure and keep Graber and Duncan and Sennett, keep the boys under the basket, out of foul trouble tonight.
Here we go. Barr-Reeve again in the home white. North Daviess in the away orange. There's the whistle. Ball at midcourt. It's in the air, and the opening tip is out of bounds.
Looks like it's going to be off of Barr-Reeve. If it would have went out of town, nobody touched it, I think they would have had to re-jump, but went off of Barr-Reeve, so it's a turnover out of bounds to Cougars.
North Daviess has the basketball to open up. We're underway here in the Buggy Bowl. Nick Craves with the round ball. Off to Kendall Whitmer. His three off the mark. Rebound. Chased down by Craves. Another chance now for the Vikings. Or excuse me, for the Cougars. At the center circle, Stetson Townsend controls now. Dishes off to Whitmer. 30 seconds gone. No score yet here in the Buggy Bowl.
Barr-Reeve starting out man-to-man and trying to shut off that three-point shot from the Cougars out front, playing that good, tenacious man-to-man defense.
Craves, the volleyball line off to Townsend, far side. About a minute gone here. Cougars very patient, looking for a good shot in the opening possession. Kendall Whitmer drives it to the hoop, gets around his defender, and Whitmer gets the first points of the night. North Daviess leads 2-0.
Well, that'll make Coach Gray headed for a boy to take the baseline and be able to go all the way in and land off the backboard when you've got the out-of-bounds line as that extra defender.
Barr-Reeve's first look on the offensive end now. Sennett picks up his dribble, brings it out to Willie Helms. Helms stopping the key, underneath the Duncan. Duncan bumps the foul before the shot, out of bounds for Barr-Reeve.
Nice move that time. It looked, I didn't see North Daviess get set up exactly, but it looked like maybe a 3-2 zone to begin with. And now they're shuffling around, but no, they're going to play zone.
Three from Trey Hughes is off the mark. The rebound pulled down by Matt Miller for North Daviess. 2-0 Cougars with the lead. 6.5 to play, and North Daviess turns it over. Pass taken away by Willie Helms. Sennett has it near corner in front of North Daviess bench. Now it's out to Willie Helms, off to Trey Hughes. Trey for three. This is good. Trey Hughes gets a 3-point basket. Barr-Reeve by 1, 3-2. Here comes the full court pressure from the Vikings.
2-2-1 full court zone press. They've used it all year, doing a good job of slowing down the Cougars.
Matt Miller off to Nelson Graber at the volleyball line. Now it's to Kendall Whitmer. Whitmer guarded by Sennett. Dishes off to Nick Craze, and now to Matt Miller. Cougars again very patient. They trail by 1, 3-2. Just underway. 5.5 minutes to go in this first quarter of action. Whitmer around Sennett in the paint. Jumper up and in. Kendall Whitmer, I told you in that pregame, Mike, you got to watch him at all times. He is a tough athlete.
Super player, offensive player. He's taking his man right down into the free throw line and shooting that 8-footer. Or he's going to have to figure a way to stop it.
Trey Hughes has it now, top of the key, guarded by Whitmer. Picks up the dribble, dishes off to Willie Helms. Now it's into Brandon Graber. Off to Sennett. Sennett back out to Willie Helms, off to Trey Hughes. Underneath to Christian Duncan, and Matt Miller is going to be whistled for his second personal foul. There's 2 fouls against North Daviess, and they both belong to Miller.
Well, that's big under there, and Miller's going to have his hands full trying to hold Duncan that time. He just got up underneath of him, and they called him for a push. North Daviess is playing a tight man-to-man now on the out-of-bounds.
Shot up and in. Brandon Graber sticks it, and he's fouled.
Well, that combination underneath of Duncan and Graber is pretty awesome. It's hard to defend against because anytime you drop off your man and double team either one of them, leave the other one open, they're capable of scoring.
Here's something else. That foul was called against Miller. The scoreboard had that last foul against number 34. There's no 34 for North Daviess. So if my calculations are correct, that is 3 fouls on Matt Miller.
Well, I thought when Mr. Kavanaugh was introducing the lineups that he mentioned 34. I'm sure I heard him say 34. And I looked out and 32 came out onto the floor, so I don't know if they've got a mistake on the book or what. Coach Hughes just kind of throws up his hands. I think maybe they've got a mistake on the scoreboard, if I'm not sure. Or at least on the foul call.
But, Mike, in all seriousness, Miller has been the one whistled for all 3 of those fouls. Whatever. They've
explained something to the Coach Hughes. Not happy, whatever the explanation was on that.
So somebody's got a foul that we don't know because they have 3 team fouls against the Cougars, but the second one is still up in the air because they only give Miller 2 of the 3.
Okay.
Brandon Graber sinks the free throw, completes the 3-point play. It's a 6-4 Barr-Reeve lead by 2. 5 minutes on the clock in this first quarter. The Cougars do a nice job breaking the pressure of the Vikings. Craze has it now for North Daviess. That's the offense. They ran that press breaker to a T that time. Whitmer, top of the key, right around Sennett, but can't get the runner, and the foul on the rebound. That's going against Brandon Graber. Brandon Graber whistled for his first personal, and the team's first out of bounds for North Daviess.
Yeah, both boys had position on the board. I'm not sure what kind of a foul that was called, but
good. It's a 3-point basket from Kendall Whitmer, who has all 7 of the Cougar points, and he puts North Daviess up by 1, 7-6. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, it's a showdown. Sennett, call for traveling. Turnover Barr-Reeve. Sub in for North Daviess, T.J. Miller checking into the lineup.
Miller height.
He replaces Matt Miller.
If I'm not mistaken, TJ's another 6'4" boy. As the Cougars are going to go with a tall lineup underneath. But yeah, you'd think somebody's going to have to get in Whitmer's socks and stay with him here in this first quarter.
7 points for Whitmer, the senior, and he shoots another one. This one off the mark. Rebound, though.
Wide open rebound
by Nick Craze, and Craze puts it back up and in. North Daviess by 3. 3:45 to play in the first quarter. Willie Helms, top of the key, thought about the shot, now dishes off to Sinnott. Far corner, back to Helms. Helms off to Trey Hughes. Hughes to Willie Helms, long 3, up and short. Rebound, chase down. Off of North Daviess. It'll stay with Barr-Reeve.
Was a nice play underneath. I think Graber was the one, the shot he saw, he was on this side of the basket and he could see the ball coming down short, and before it went out of bounds, he knocked it off the North Daviess player.
Ashton Wagler checks in for Jordan Sinnott now for Barr-Reeve with 3:20 to go. Trey Hughes, started by Kendall Whitmer. At the volleyball line, Hughes, jumper up. No good. Rebound, Christian Duncan. Ball loose now. Still loose, out of bounds. And it goes to North Daviess this time. Well, I'll tell you what, that official is animated down there.
Well, yeah, he's in the ball game, isn't he?
It takes him a little while to make the call, which all we want to know is who's getting the ball.
Yeah, and an animated official like that can keep the boys fired up pretty good, too.
9-6, 3-point lead for North Daviess, and they have the round ball with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. It's Buggy Bowl 2010 from Barr-Reeve High School. Nelson Graber takes it in the paint, and he'll get to 11-6, North Daviess by 5.
As we mentioned, throw the record book out the window, and whoever comes fired up.
Ball worked underneath Christian Duncan. Duncan's fouled by T.J. Miller.
Duncan made his move down the baseline, and he immediately drew 3 North Daviess players, and if the foul hadn't been called, Christian was kind of trapped under there. He'd had a hard time getting rid of that one.
T.J. Miller whistled for his first personal, team's 4th, out of bounds for Barr-Reeve. Brandon Graber off to Trey Hughes. Trey sets the offense, and now we've got a foul underneath against Nelson Graber. There's a lot of contact underneath. Yes. Nelson Graber whistled for his 2nd, so he's the one.
There's the one.
He's the one that got issued that other foul.
Yep.
15 foul against North Daviess, out of bounds for Barr-Reeve. Ball is into Brandon Graber, up to 2 defenders. He sinks it and draws the foul. And it counts. Graber with his 5th point, a chance to make it 6 at the line.
Nice inbounds play. Graber just come around for his man right down the paint, got the bounce pass, put it off the glass. Nice easy bucket, going to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
Graber's free throw is up, too strong. Rebound pulled down by T.J. Miller, knocked loose. North Daviess able to hang on. Here come the Cougars with a 3-point lead. 2 minutes to go, first quarter of action. Nick Craze controls at the center circle. Craze off to T.J. Miller. To the hoop, Fader, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brandon Graber for Barr-Reeve. Hughes sets the offense now for the Vikings. They're working left to right in this first quarter of action, trailing by 3, 11-8. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Willie Helms, skip pass over to Ashton Wagler. Wagler back to Helms. Underneath, here's Brandon Graber. Graber wants it, he strips as he takes it to the hoop. Taken away by the Cougars. Craze, coast to coast. He's blocked by Ashton Wagler. And now, Trey Hughes. Here comes the Vikings. Trey is fouled. 2 free throws coming for the senior. And it's just the first quarter, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8-11 with a minute to go in the first period, and you'd think this was the last second double overtime play. This is great. This is what high school basketball is all about in Southern Indiana.
Trey Hughes just 3 points in this first quarter. He's got 2 free throws coming here. it's short, no good. A rare miss at the free throw line for Trey Hughes. He's averaging 75% at the charity stripe. One more 3-1 coming. Second toss is up and in. Substitution checking in. Georgia Senate returns for Barr-Reeve. Brandon Graber will take a break.
Brandon's playing tough underneath with big boys, the 6'4 boys, 6'2 boys of North Daviess. And with a minute, he'll set out the rest of the time, and then the break between first and second quarter and get a nice rest.
Under a minute now. 11-9. North Daviess by 2. Kendall Whitmer off to Nelson Graber now. Cougars with the basketball. Nelson Graber. Free throw line. Jumper. Can't get it. Rebound to Senate for Barr-Reeve. Willie Helms pushes it up the floor to Ashton Wagler. Now to Willie off to Trey Hughes. Quick ball movement by the Vikings. Now they're going to slow it up, and Trey Hughes signals one shot. Vikings hold for the last shot. Cougars don't challenge. Tonight's game from the Buggy Bowl presented by the Edley Mortuary, caring for you when you need the care the most. And Craney's Body Shop on Beale Creek Road in Washington. 12 seconds. Vikings run the offense now. Here's 3 from Ashton Wagler in the corner. No good. Rebound loose. North Daviess comes up with it. Long shot at the buzzer. No! And that's it for the first quarter of action. We've played 8 minutes of basketball here. And the Buggy Bowl living up to the hype. It's North Daviess 11, Barr-Reeve 9. Back in 1 minute on WAMW.
Three-point shot, and Davies Graber.
They look forward to serving.
It's a veteran officiating crew. I apologize, they don't have the names, but I'll tell you, you got to want to come in an atmosphere like this if you're an official.
Right.
They're going to hear it from both sides, but as we said when we were talking earlier, they're there to make the final decision, and we're glad to have them here tonight. Got to love the atmosphere here at Barr-Reeve for the big Buggy Bowl showdown. Vikings open with the basketball, trailing by 2 as we start this second quarter. And they turn it over. Nelson Graber with the steal and the 2-point basket off the glass. Graber gets his 4th point, 13-9. North Daviess on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. Ashton Wagler, pitch and catch to Willie Helms. Back to Ashton Wagler now. Back to Willie. 2-3 zone by North Daviess. Trey Hughes has it in the far corner. Sticking Trey pretty tight. Senate comes up with a loose ball. His drive to the hoop is blocked. And North Daviess gets it.
Right now, North Daviess playing just a little bit better defense than Barr-Reeve is.
Nelson Graber holds the ball in front of the Viking bench. Dishes off to Craze. Nick Craze has it now. One-on-one against Trey Hughes. Off to Townsend. Now it's back to Craze and Kendall Whitmer. Whitmer, top of the key. Up against Willie Helms. Pulls up for the jumper and sinks it. Kendall Whitmer, 9 points.
2-pointer?
2-pointer. Timeout Barr-Reeve. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, it's North Daviess 15, Barr-Reeve 9. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. Remind you, tonight's game brought to you by the Viking Wash and Kurt's Camping Corner off Highway 50 in Montgomery. First half stats, or first quarter stats.
Well, first quarter stats, Barr-Reeve was 2 for 2 from the 2-point line, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. So if they shot 50%, they just didn't get very many shots up. And North Daviess only shooting 42%, but they put up twice as many shots in that first quarter. Control the tempo, control the ball. Barr-Reeve guards are going to have to get out in Whitmer's face, and if he gets around them, then they've got to rely on their fellow teammates to help him out on the weak side, because they've got to stop him offensively out front.
The difference is North Daviess has stopped Hughes. Barr-Reeve has not shut down Whitmer.
Right, and North Daviess went back to that zone. They started out in it and then went back to it. Another turnover.
Ball for traveling. Turnover Barr-Reeve, and Johnny Gingrich will check in now for Jordan Sennett.
Well, you know, whether you do or not, as a young man and a player, you've got to know that if I fake that ball sideways and take that step, the official's going to call it, so I don't need to do that no more.
6 minutes to go in this first half. It's 15-9. Barr-Reeve trailing by 6. North Daviess has the basketball. Kendall Whitmer, top of the key. Whitmer draws a triple team, dishes off to Nick Craze, and Craze called for traveling.
And I didn't see that one either for North Daviess. You know, he faked the ball, faked left, went right. One of these days, I'll get a slow motion of that, Dwayne, and me and you will know if it's really travel or not.
Coach Dalrymple didn't like it. He still has.
No, I don't blame him.
Gingrich now to Hughes, back to Gingrich. Into Brandon Graver. Trey Hughes at the three-point line, top of the key. Pulls up, shot, good. It's a two-point basket, though, foot on the line. 6 points for Trey Hughes, 15-11. North Daviess by 4. 5.5 to play in the first half. Kendall Whitmer up against Trey Hughes and gets it. Kendall Whitmer gets 2 more. That's 11 points. He's in double figures. Hughes loses the handle. Turnover. Nick Cray shot up. No good. And on the rebound, Hughes comes up with it, and a foul called, I believe, against North Daviess.
Well, Hughes just got his pocket picked down here, and on the way down the floor, the North Daviess boy tripped, went down on the floor. He did the right thing by throwing the ball up in the air toward the basket. That kept him from having the travel call. And as the ball came down, Barr-Reeve and another North Daviess player are fighting for it, and a whistle, the foul called. I mean,
it goes against Kendall Whitmer. That is his second foul.
Yeah.
8 fouls whistled against North Daviess. 1 in this first half against the Vikings. At the line, shooting 1 in bonus is Trey Hughes. Shot up and good. 1 more free throw coming for Trey.
And how many points does Dutchin have?
Scoreless.
That's right. That's what the secret is to this first half so far. North Daviess has shut Dutchin out.
Trey Hughes hits both free throws. He's 3 of 4 at the line. 8 points overall for the Vikings senior, back to a 4-point game. 17-13. North Daviess with the lead on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. Nelson Graver to
Barr-Reeve
Craig.
sets up in his zone for the first time on the half court.
Leaves Whitmer open for 3, and he drains it. My goodness, this guy is on fire. 2 threes, 4 twos. He's got 14 points tonight in this first half. Trooper in the lineup now for Barr-Reeve. Dishes off to Trey Hughes. Hughes back to Josh Trooper. Now to Trey. Nope, taken away. Graver comes up with the pass. Can't get the shot. Rebound to Whitmer, and he'll get the putback. Kendall Whitmer with 2 more. Racking up the points. 16 points for Whitmer. Johnny Gingrich for 3 in the corner. Yes, that's good. Gingrich gets in the scoring column, drains the 3, 22-16.
That's where Barr-Reeve's going to have to get their offense. I mean, they are keying on Hughes and Dutchin tremendously.
Yeah, and you've got to give the North Daviess defense.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Half.
Awesome defense.
They stuck to the game plan to a T. 3.5 to go in the first half of play. 6-point lead for the Cougars. Joe Riggins into the lineup for North Daviess. Dishes off to Nick Craze, and a foul going to be called against the Vikings.
Well, that time Barr-Reeve got just a step behind on defense, and they had to reach out and hold the player to keep from getting an easy layup.
Brandon Graver whistled for the foul. He has both of the Viking fouls in this first half. Out of bounds for North Daviess. Joe Riggins triggers the inbound pass to T.J. Miller. Miller can't get the shot, and he's going to be over the back on the rebound. T.J. Miller gets his second personal foul.
Well, North Daviess boys, they know they're a little bit taller than Barr-Reeve, and they're going to crash the offensive board. I don't blame them. If I was a coach, that's what I'd do. I'd send all my players, all them 6'4", 6'2" boys to the board. That time they just happened to come over the back and get caught.
They whistled that against Joe Riggins. My apologies. Joe Riggins whistled for the foul. He is first person. At the line, shooting one and bonus is Jordan Sinnott. Sinnott's shot, no good from the free throw line. Johnny Gingrich on the rebound is called over the back.
Well, Gingrich that time tried to reach up and knock it out to one of the guards for Barr-Reeve, and he also just got called for over the back.
Gingrich first, team third against Barr-Reeve, out of bounds for North Daviess. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go, first half of action. 6-point lead for the Cougars, 22-16. Craze. Off to Joe Riggins. Riggins at the volleyball line. Picks up his dribble, back to Craze. Craze guarded by Josh Schwarzentrooper. Works around him. It's off to T.J. Miller. Miller's shot, no good. Rebound to Sinnott for Barr-Reeve. Up the floor, Trey Hughes sets the offense for the Vikings. They trail by 6. Josh Schwarzentrooper has it now at the center circle. Into Sinnott. Sinnott takes it to the hoop and rejected. Ball falls to Schwarzentrooper. Schwarzentrooper works with Duncan. And Duncan's found going to the line. A chance for his first point in the game.
Well, a good offensive rebound that time kept the ball alive by the Vikings as they, too, were able to crash the boards. Nice pass inside to Duncan. Wasn't able to connect on the bucket, but going to the line.
First free throw is up and in. So after having 16 points in the first half last night against Wood Memorial, Duncan gets his first point with 2.5 to play in this first half in the Buggy Bowl.
Good defense. North Daviess has played just a notch higher in intensity. Barr-Reeve's there, and they'll stay in this ball game.
Second free throw is good.
North Daviess come out fired up.
2 at the line for Duncan, a 4-point game now, 22-18. Cougars still lead on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. Here's Whitmer. Off to Joe Riggins, now to T.J. Miller. Craze control, dishes to Riggins. Now Nelson Graber has it near side in front of the Vikings bench. Nelson pulls it back out. Off to Craze. Little pitch and catch. Another deliberate offense here. Cougars waiting for that good shot. Riggins picks up his dribble. In trouble in the corner. Needs some help. And Coach Dalrymple saw that and alertly called the timeout. All the way out on the floor to call that timeout. Stick around for our halftime show coming up. It's presented by Ready Energy in Washington, fueling your everyday life, and the First National Bank of Ocean. Visit their Montgomery branch just off Highway 50 in Montgomery. We'll have our halftime stats and much more coming up in about 2 minutes.
Barr-Reeve's had a good second period. They've only missed 1 field goal and 1 free throw in the second period. They've had a good second period. Cougars, again, just getting a few more offensive possessions and putting up a few more shots.
Out of bounds for the Cougars. Matt Miller back into the lineup. Long pass comes down to Joe Riggins from Miller. Now it's off to Craze. Craze at the center circle. Riggins has it now. Trying to deny Whitmer the basketball as much as possible. Trey Hughes guarding Whitmer. Stuck on him like glue. Nelson Graber got in trouble. It's loose out of bounds, and it goes to Barr-Reeve. Turnover for the Cougars.
Well, now that time down the floor, Barr-Reeve stepped up their defense. Trey Hughes was all over Whitmer. He denied him even getting the pass. He was in front of him when they were trying to pass to him. He backed off. He kept him from going underneath. Good defensive possession by Barr-Reeve.
T.J. Miller checks back into the lineup now for the Cougars. Minute 20 to play in this first half. Ball's worked underneath to Dungeon. Dungeon double teamed. Dishes out to Johnny Gingrich. Dungeon wanted the shot, but no way he was going to get it. Twin towers in his way. Gingrich, far corner now. Back to Willie Helms. Gingrich wants the three. It's up. Oh, can't get it. And on the rebound, Graves had the position. Dungeon called for the foul.
Might have been a little quick shot for Gingrich. He was open, though, and he can hit that one. But, again, North Daviess is not leaving anybody open very long at all.
No, I tell you what, North Daviess defense is the story in this first half.
Oh, yeah, they've played excellent defense. Barr-Reeve now picks up man-to-man, gets out of that zone.
8 points for 8 points for Hughes, just 2 points for Dungeon in this first half. Matt Miller has it with 40 seconds to go. North Daviess basketball. The Cougars enjoy a 4-point lead here at Barr-Reeve.
You got to know where Whitmer is here.
Whitmer has it right now at the center circle. Again, the defensive challenge. Trey Hughes and Whitmer, what a battle right there. 1-2, both very, very similar in their style of play. They can both pull up from anywhere on the floor and shoot a shot.
That's right.
And now they're guarding each other. Nelson Graber, Cougars hold for the last shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Praise, you can hear the Cougar fans on their feet. 5 seconds. Miller off to Whitmer at the buzzer. In and out, no good. And that's going to stand after the first half of basketball. Whitmer almost got a Mater 3-point shot with a hand in the face.
Hughes inside his jersey. That's right.
On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard at the half, it is North Daviess 22, Barr-Reeve 18. Stick around for the halftime show coming your way in 2 minutes on WAMW. Before this game even started, over $1,700 raised. So
excellent job.
They're looking to present a check to the American Cancer Society for over $2,000 from tonight's Buggy Bowl. How about that?
Excellent. I mean, just excellent job. Hats off to the community.
Once again, we congratulate the Barr-Reeve freshmen. They won the Blue Chip Conference tournament earlier today at Washington Catholic. Barr-Reeve freshmen defeated South Knoxville 49-25 and then went on to beat Wood Memorial in the championship game 58-30. Halftime winding down, second half action coming up. Again, thanks to our halftime sponsors, the First National Bank of Odin and Freddie Energy in Washington, fueling your everyday life. You won't want to go anywhere. This second half is going to be a showdown. Game coverage brought to you by RTC Communications, Simple Real Solutions, Main Street, downtown Montgomery, and K&W Fence Company. Call Earl and the gang for your free estimate on fencing, 486-3844. North Daviess opens with the basketball to start this second half. Here we go. Cougars working left to right.
Barr-Reeve picks up in man-to-man, starts the third period.
Kendall Whitmer guarded by Trey Hughes. Dishes off to Nick Praise. Starting 5 back out on the floor for Barr-Reeve. And the same to be said for North Daviess. It's Hughes, Helms, Dungeon, Graber, and Simmons. And North Daviess has thrown it away, it appeared, but apparently the officials saw one of the Vikings get a hand on it, and it stays with the Cougars. So North Daviess basketball. Kendall Whitmer gets the inbound pass. And even the Cougars were down on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, they knew they stood out of bounds. They went down and set up on defense.
Wow. Matt Miller Dishes, now it's inside. Shot up and no good from Stetson Townsend. The rebound, Barr-Reeve. Minute gone in the third period. 22-18, 4-point lead for the Cougars. Barr-Reeve has the basketball. Inside, Brandon Graber draws the double team. Travel with it.
Well, you can't be that slow to have a play materialize. Graber got his hands on the ball, turned around, and once he turned around, he realized, there was no place to go, and he didn't know what to do, and immediately turned it over.
The Cougars got a hand on it, tied it up quickly. So North Daviess gets it back. Nelson Graber going up against Sennett, dishes off to Craze now. Craze has it. Craze, left-hand dribble up against Willie Helms, off to Graber. Three in the air, good. Nelson Graber sinks a three-point basket. 7th point of the night for Graber. 7-point lead for the Cougars, 25-18. Trey Hughes, long three, can't get it. Brandon Graber goes in for the rebound and picks up his 3rd foul.
Well, I think that was a frustration foul from the turnover a while ago. Graber likes to play aggressive, and he likes to play well, and he just come charging in there over the back on that rebound. It was a long three by Hughes, one he can make, but it was a long one.
Ashton Wagler and Johnny Gingrich enter the lineup now for Barr-Reeve. Sennett and Graber sit down. Kendall Whitmer off to Nelson Graber, back to Whitmer now. Whitmer one-on-one with Trey Hughes. And he dishes off to Craze. Craze one-on-one with Willie Helms. And he finds Nelson Graber. Graber, again, taking their time. North Daviess looking for a good shot. Matt Miller has it. He'll go to Whitmer. Whitmer works it in the paint. Pass deflected right to the hands of Graber, but Graber can't get the shot. Ashton Wagler gets the rebound. Trey Hughes, up the floor, fast break, foul, North Daviess.
And that's what Trey also, another aspect of his game he'll bring to you. When he gets out in the open like that, he's got enough moves that he can take the ball to the basket, and the only way you're going to stop him is to foul him.
First foul whistled against Nick Craze, out of bounds for Barr-Reeve. The inbound pass goes to Christian Duncan. Duncan to Gingrich underneath all alone. Johnny Gingrich off the glass for 2.
I think that was the first lap in defense, the last in defense that we've seen from North Daviess. They just lost Gingrich.
5 points tonight for Gingrich. It's a 5-point lead for the Cougars. Nelson Graber breaks around Gingrich on the other end and puts up a shot that won't fall, but he's fouled. Personal whistle against Johnny Gingrich. Coach Hughes reminding his defenders out there, Nelson Graber is left-handed.
That's right.
As he shoots from the south side, can't get the first one to fall.
That's the first attempt that the Cougars have had tonight at the free throw line.
It is, isn't it? Second one is up, and it's no good. He missed them both. Rebound to Johnny Gingrich. 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Here come the Vikings. Trey Hughes off to Willie Helms. Now to Ashton Wagler. Into Duncan. Duncan is fouled before the shot.
Oh, man. That's one we didn't want to see happen. Both big boys post up underneath, and the pass goes in to Wagler, and Wagler just turns around and floated it to Duncan.
Third foul whistled against Kendall Whitmer. And the Vikings for 3. Here's Willie. No good. Rebound to Ashton Wagler. Wagler lost the handle, and it's fouled. Matt Miller is going to be called for his 3rd personal. Out of bounds for Barr-Reeve.
Yeah, that ball was like a hot potato that time. Nobody could get a real good grasp on it, and a lot of guys fighting for it.
Trey Hughes takes it to the hoop. No. Rebound, swatted back. Christian Duncan gets it. Another chance for the Vikings. Willie Helms, far corner. And a foul called against Nelson Graber.
Duncan has really been working hard underneath, and they let the high school players play almost as much as they do the college players, is bumping and grinding, and that time a whistle and a foul.
Well, North Daviess may run into some foul trouble now. They've got 3 players playing with 3 fouls. That's 3 starters, by the way. Cougars have got to be careful out there. A lot of time left in this game. Matt Miller, Nelson Graber, and Kendall Whitmer all with 3 fouls. 3 from Ashton Wagler, up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Stetson Townsend for the Cougars. Whitmer up the floor. Off to Graber now. Working far side. At the volleyball line, Graber one-on-one with Gingrich. Eyeing each other. Picks up the dribble, dishes off to Whitmer. Whitmer in the paint, dishes off to Craig. Craig thought about it against Willie, now pulls it back out, center circle. Cougars try it again. Craig picks up his dribble and throws it away. Turnover for North Daviess. That's good defense by Barr-Reeve that time.
Excellent defense by Barr-Reeve. Barr-Reeve's kind of kicked it up a notch here, opening the 3rd period. They need to get some hoops to fall here. They're 1 of 4 field goal shooting.
25-20, 5-point lead for the Cougars on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. North Daviess swats it out of bounds. It stays with Barr-Reeve.
Well, Barr-Reeve's very fortunate. That time they made a pass down in the corner to Sennett, and Sennett, there was nowhere for Sennett to go. I'm not sure what the player thought he was going to do with it if he caught it.
Vikings, Treyu for 3. No. And that was the most open look he's had all night tonight.
Yep.
Kendall Whitmer quickly up the floor, can't get the shot on the other end, and Christian Dungeon battles for the rebound. Whitmer was like a lightning streak. Treyu puts one up. This was good. Wow. Treyu with his 10th point. And that, maybe he needs a hand in his face to hit the shot.
Well, he dribbled behind his back. He was leaning into his man. His man was all over him and able to knock it down.
25-22, 3-point difference. North Daviess advantage. 2:48 to go, 3rd quarter. Nelson Graber flips the uprights. He went in between 2 Vikings and got the shot to fall. 27-22, 5-point lead now for North Daviess. Tipped out of bounds by North Daviess. Vikings keep it. Willie Helms inbound to Christian Duncan, and Duncan is fouled.
Well, that time they got the ball in to Christian, he made a spin move. It was a nice spin move. They could have called traveling. I agree with the North Daviess crowd. It's not any different when a guard, we talked earlier in the ball game, when the guard fakes right and left, shuffles his feet, gets called, but didn't get the travel, picked up the foul.
Duncan's first free throw is no good. One more coming for the senior. Duncan has held to just 2 points in this game so far tonight. Got another free throw coming. Second one is up, and it's no good. He missed them both. And on the rebound, a foul called against Barr-Reeve. That goes against Willie Helms. His first, team 3rd. Cougars have it out of bounds, taking it the length of the floor.
Willie was awful close to getting an offensive rebound that time off the missed free throw, but picked up the first one.
27-22. What a battle here in the 2010 Buggy Bowl. Dwayne Shaka and Mike Strawn, glad to have you along on Timeless WAMW. 2-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. North Daviess with the round ball at a 5-point advantage. Nelson Graber wants it, can't get the 3. The rebound falls to Craze, and his putback is good. Nick Craze with the offensive rebound, 29-22.
Coach Hughes has got to figure out what's going on in the rebounding deal here. North Daviess is just crashing the board.
Ashton Wagler off to Willie Helms. Willie wants 3, gets it. Willie Helms scores the 3-point basket, 29-25. Willie's first points of the night. Now Craze works it up the floor. Off to TJ It's still loose on the floor. It's tied up. Jump ball call, and the arrow keeps it with the Vikings.
Well, Trey that time dribbled into some defensive pressure with a couple guys, tried to behind the back dribble to get out of it, lost the handle on it.
Checking in is Joe Riggins. He's going to replace Stetson Townsend.
These North Daviess Cougars are fired up on defense, so you got to really be careful with the ball.
Christian Duncan for two. He gets his first field goal with 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. 29-27. It's a two-point game. Barr-Reeve's closest chance in quite a while.
Yes, it is.
And you can hear the Viking Nation now with the defense chant. North Daviess holding for the last shot. Loose on the floor. And he travels a little. Travel is the call against the Cougars.
Well, Willie Helms forced that one that time. Willie might have got a little hand on the offensive player's arms. The official couldn't see it, but Willie caused him to just fall over and drag his pivot foot, and official stand right in front of him, called travel.
Coach Dalrymple is very animated over here on the sideline, giving the official an earful.
Well, that's a big turnover. I mean, if Barr-Reeve connects here.
Here it is. Three. No. Duncan gets the alley-oop pass from Trey Hughes. And we go to the fourth quarter at the Vikings Bowl, at the Buggy Bowl. Tied at 29 on the Yoder Automotive Specialist scoreboard. 8 minutes of basketball remain. Don't go anywhere. North Daviess opens with the basketball to start this second half. Here we go. Cougars working left to right.
Barr-Reeve picks up in man-to-man, starts the third period.
Kendall Whitmer guarded by Trey Hughes. Dishes off to Nick Craze. Starting five back out on the floor for Barr-Reeve. And the same to be said for North Daviess. It's Hughes, Helms, Duncan, Graber, and Simmons. North Daviess has thrown it away, it appeared, but apparently the officials saw one of the Vikings get a hand on it, and it stays with the Cougars. So North Daviess basketball. Kendall Whitmer gets the inbound pass. And even the Cougars were down on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, they knew they stood out of bounds. They went down and set up on defense.
Wow. Matt Miller dishes. Now it's inside. Shot up and no good from Stetson Townsend. The rebound, Barr-Reeve. Minute gone in the third period. 22-18. 4-point lead for the Cougars. Barr-Reeve has the basketball. Inside, Brandon Graber draws the double team. Travels with it.
Well, you can't be that slow to have a play materialize. Graber got his hands on the ball, turned around, and once he turned around, he realized, there was no place to go, and he didn't know what to do, and immediately turned it over.
The Cougars got a hand on it, tied it up quickly. So North Daviess gets it back. Nelson Graber going up against Sennett, dishes off to Craze now. Craze has it. Craze, left-hand dribble up against Willie Helms, off to Graber. Three in the air, and good. Nelson Graber sinks a three-point basket. 7th point of the night for Graber. 7-point lead for the Cougars, 25-18. Trey Hughes, long three, can't get it. Brandon Graber goes in for the rebound and picks up his third foul.
Well, I think that was a frustration foul from the turnover a while ago. Graber likes to play aggressive, and he likes to play well, and he just come charging in there over the back on that rebound. It was a long three by Hughes, one he could make, but it was a long one.
Ashton Wagler and Johnny Gingrich enter the lineup now for Barr-Reeve. Sennett and Graber sit down. Kendall Whitmer off to Nelson Graber, back to Whitmer now. Whitmer one-on-one with Trey Hughes. And he dishes off to Craze. Craze one-on-one with Willie Helms. And he finds Nelson Graber. Graber, again, taking their time. North Daviess looking for a good shot. Matt Miller has it. He'll go to Whitmer. Whitmer works it in the paint. Pass deflected right to the hands of Graber, but Graber can't get the shot. Ashton Wagler gets the rebound. Trey Hughes up the floor. Fast break. Foul. North Daviess.
And that's what Trey also, another aspect of his game he'll bring to you. When he gets out in the open like that, he's got enough moves that he can take the ball to the basket, and the only way you're going to stop him is to foul him.
First foul whistled against Nick Craze, out of bounds for Barr-Reeve. The inbound pass goes to Christian Duncan. Duncan to Gingrich underneath all alone. Johnny Gingrich off the glass for two.
I think that was the first lap in defense, the last in defense that we've seen from North Daviess. They just lost Gingrich.
5 points tonight for Gingrich. It's a 5-point lead for the Cougars. Nelson Graber breaks around Gingrich on the other end and puts up a shot that won't fall, but he's fouled. Second personal whistle against Johnny Gingrich. Coach Hughes reminding his defenders out there, Nelson Graber is left-handed.
That's right.
As he shoots from the south side, can't get the first one to fall.
That's the first attempt that the Cougars have had tonight at the free throw line.
It is, isn't it? Second one is up, and it's no good. He missed them both. Rebound to Johnny Gingrich. 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Here come the Vikings. Trey Hughes off to Willie Helms. Now to Ashton Wagler. Into Duncan. Duncan is fouled before the shot.
Oh, man. That's one we didn't want to see happen. Both big boys post up underneath, and the pass goes in to Wagler, and Wagler just turns around and floated it to Duncan.
Third foul whistle against Kendall Whitmer. And the Vikings for three. Here's Willie. No good. Rebound to Ashton Wagler. Wagler lost the handle, and it's fouled. Matt Miller is going to be called for his third personal. Out of bounds for Barr-Reeve.
Yeah, the ball was like a hot potato that time. Nobody could get a real good grasp on it. And a lot of guys fighting for it.
Trey Hughes takes it to the hoop. No. Rebound, swatted back. Christian Duncan gets it. Another chance for the Vikings. Willie Helms, far corner. And a foul called against Nelson Graber.
Duncan has really been working hard underneath, and you know, they let the high school players play almost as much as they do the college players. He's bumping and grinding, and that time a whistle and a foul.
Well, North Daviess may run into some foul trouble now. They've got three players playing with 3 fouls. That's 3 starters, by the way. Cougars have got to be careful out there. A lot of time left in this game. Matt Miller, Nelson Graber, and Kendall Whitmer all with 3 fouls. 3 from Ashton Wagler, up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Stetson Townsend for the Cougars. Whitmer up the floor. Off to Graber now. Working far side. At the volleyball line, Graber one-on-one with Gingrich. Eyeing each other. Picks up the dribble, dishes off to Whitmer. Whitmer in the paint. Dishes off to Craze. Craze thought about it against Willie. Now pulls it back out, center circle. Cougars try it again. Craze picks up his dribble and throws it away. Turnover for North Daviess. That's good defense by Barr-Reeve that time.
Excellent defense by Barr-Reeve. Barr-Reeve's kind of kicked it up a notch here, opening the third period. They need to get some hoops to fall here. They're 1 of 4 field goal shooting.
25-20, 5-point lead for the Cougars on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. North Daviess swats it out of bounds. It stays with Barr-Reeve.
Well, Barr-Reeve's very fortunate. That time they made a pass down in the corner to Sennett, and Sennett, there was nowhere for Sennett to go. I'm not sure what the player thought he was going to do with it if he caught it.
Vikings, Trey Hughes for 3. look he's had all night tonight.
Yep.
Kendall Whitmer quickly up the floor, can't get the shot on the other end, and Christian Dungeon battles for the rebound. Whitmer was like a lightning streak. Trey Hughes puts one up. This was good. Wow. Trey Hughes with his 10th point. And that, maybe he needs a hand in his face to hit the shot.
Well, he dribbled behind his back. He was leaning into his man. His man was all over him and able to knock it down.
25-22, 3-point difference. North Daviess advantage. 2:48 to go, third quarter. Nelson Graver flips the upright. He went in between two Vikings and got the shot to fall. 27-22, 5-point lead now for North Daviess. Tipped out of bounds by North Daviess. Vikings keep it. Willie Helms inbound to Christian Duncan, and Duncan is fouled.
Well, that time they got the ball in to Christian, he made a spin move. It was a nice spin move. They could have called traveling. I agree with the North Daviess crowd. It's not any different when a guard, we talked earlier in the ball game, when the guard fakes right and left, shuffles his feet, gets called, but didn't get the travel, picked up the foul.
Duncan's first free throw is no good. One more coming for the senior. Duncan has held to just 2 points in this game so far tonight. Got another free throw coming. Second one is up, and it's no good. He missed them both. And on the rebound, a foul called against Barr-Reeve. That goes against Willie Helms. His first, team third. Cougars have it out of bounds, taking it the length of the floor.
Willie was awful close to getting an offensive rebound that time off the missed free throw, but picked up the first one.
27-22. What a battle here in the 2010 Buggy Bowl. Dwayne Shaka and Mike Strawn, glad to have you along on Timeless WAMW. 2-minute mark in the third quarter. North Daviess with the round ball at a 5-point advantage. Nelson Graver wants it, can't get the three. The rebound falls to Craze, and his putback is good. Nick Craze with the offensive rebound, 29-22.
Coach Hughes has got to figure out what's going on in the rebounding deal here. North Daviess is just crashing the board.
Ashton Wagler off to Willie Helms. Willie wants three, gets it. Willie Helms scores the three-point basket, 29-25. Willie's first points of the night. Now Craze works it up the floor. Off to T.J. Miller. Whitmer, guarded by Duncan, dishes it off to Stetson Townsend. Now Craze, top of the key. Out to Nelson Graver. Graver for three. No, it's short. And the rebound to Trey Hughes. Here comes the air ball chant from the Viking Nation. Trey loses the handle. It's still loose on the floor. It's tied up. Jump ball call. And the arrow keeps it with the Vikings.
Well, Trey that time dribbled into some defensive pressure with a couple guys, tried to behind the back dribble to get out of it, lost the handle on it.
Checking in is Joe Riggins. He's going to replace Stetson Townsend.
These North Daviess Cougars are fired up on defense, so you got to really be careful with the ball.
Christian Duncan for two. He gets his first field goal with 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. 29-27. It's a 2-point game. Barr-Reeve's closest chance in quite a while.
Yes, it is.
And you can hear the Viking Nation now with the defense chant. North Daviess holding for the last shot. Loose on the floor. Still loose, and he travels with it. Travel is the call against the Cougars.
official couldn't see it, but Willie caused him to just fall over and drag his pivot foot, and official stand right in front of him, called travel.
Coach Dalrymple is very animated over here on the sideline, giving the official an earful.
Well, that's a big turnover. I mean, if Barr-Reeve connects here.
Here it is, 3, no. Duncan gets the alley-oop pass from Trey Hughes, and we go to the fourth quarter at the Vikings Bowl, at the Buggy Bowl, tied at 29 on the Yoder Automotive Specialist scoreboard. 8 minutes of basketball remain. Don't go in.
Now back to Barr-Reeve Vikings basketball on Timeless WAMW.
It comes down to the fourth quarter. It's 29-29. Barr-Reeve and North Daviess in a virtual dead heat here at Kavanaugh Kourt in Montgomery. Dwayne Shake and Mike Strawn on Timeless WAMW. The Cougars start with the basketball in the fourth quarter. Into the lineup is Isaac Schwarzentrooper, playing now for North Daviess. It's worked underneath to Nelson Graber. Graber now Trey Hughes comes up with it. Takes it over, really can't get the shot, but is fouled. Trey Hughes is going to the line for 2 free throws. Well, you got to leave your heart on, what's the saying, leave your heart on your arm or whatever. Leave it all on the court, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say here.
Yes, I do.
Get the emotions out of play because it's going to get...
Well, North Daviess is giving Whitmer a blow here. He's sitting on the bench. And so they had to have another player go down in the paint. But that was a nice block underneath there. I'm not sure. It's probably Duncan. I didn't see who got it, but nice block.
First lead of the game for the Vikings. 30-29 as Hughes hits the first free throw and sinks the second one. It's a 2-point Barr-Reeve lead on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. Barr-Reeve 31, North Daviess 29.
And Whitmer back in the ball game quickly.
Nelson Graber has it now in front of the Cougar bench. It's off to Craze. Craze 1-3. Too strong. On the rebound. Broden Graber comes up with it for Barr-Reeve. Now the Vikings slow it down. Trey Hughes.
North Daviess in a 3-2 zone press. Hughes breaks
Willie
it.
Helms. Now to Ashton Wagler, far corner. Willie Helms. Ashton Wagler. Wagler 1-3. Too strong. Rebound loose. To Duncan. Chases it down. Duncan to Trey Hughes. Trey thought about the 3. Now he'll set it up. Off to Duncan. Near corner. 1-on-1. Up against Stetson Townsend. Duncan dishes off to Trey Hughes at the volleyball line. 6.5 to play. Trey Hughes gets it for runner. Nice touch by Trey Hughes. 4-point lead. Barr-Reeve 33-29. Here's Kendall Whitmer. Off to Craze. Craze to Nelson Graber. Graber back to Whitmer.
You know, it has been rough and it has been tough. And then the official calls a touch foul out here around the 10-second line. I mean, there's no doubt they both had the hands on each other, but...
Yeah, it's been going on all night.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to call it right here at last.
But they get it. The call goes against Trey Hughes, his first personal foul, out of bounds for North Daviess. Whitmer up with the shot. No. Rebound. And
There's that rebound again.
Well, we knew coming in that North Daviess had the height advantage, and they're using it. They've had T.J. Miller and Stetson Townsend in there most of this game.
The thing about that offensive rebound, I've noticed the last 3 times that North Daviess has come down with offensive rebounds, it's not because they're taller than and over the guy. They're wide open rebounding under there.
Inbound pass goes to Whitmer, and Whitmer gets the basket. Timeout on the floor. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, it's a 2-point We'll be back in 30 seconds on WAMW. Noble Roman. Well, Kendall Whitmer was held scoreless in that third quarter after 16 first-half points. He gets his first basket there right before the timeout. 18 points tonight for Whitmer, but a 2-point lead for Barr-Reeve, 33-31 on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard.
Barr-Reeve did what they needed to do when they came out of the locker room at halftime, and they stepped up their defense, and Trey Hughes just literally shut down Whitmer by doing an outstanding job on him in that third period.
Barr-Reeve basketball after the timeout with a 2-point lead. Trey brings it up the floor for the Vikings. Off to Willie Helms, back to Trey Hughes. Willie has it now into Christian Duncan. Willie Helms to Brandon Graber. Graber was whistled for the last foul, by the way. Graber's playing with 4 fouls for the Vikings. He's got to be careful. Trey Hughes to Willie Helms. Now to Brandon Graber. His jumper is good. Brandon Graber, 7 points tonight. Back to a 4-point lead for the Vikings, 35-31.
This is a big possession. The Vikings need a stop here to try to go down and pull that lead up to at least 6 points, and it'll be a different fourth quarter here.
Craze at the center circle sets the offense for North Daviess. Picks up his dribble now, off to Nelson Graber. Graber out to Kendall Whitmer. Whitmer. Guarded by you. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Brandon Graber. Big board for Graber.
Big board.
Barr-Reeve basketball. 35-31 the score. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Vikings with the advantage. Ashton Wagler, far corner. Now to Trey Hughes. Hughes at the center circle, off to Willie Helms, back to Trey. Now Ashton Wagler has it. Skip pass over to Willie Helms. Back to Ashton Wagler. Wagler for 3. Yeah! 3-point basket for Ashton Wagler. His first field goal of the game, but it comes at a good time. 38-31. Biggest lead for the Vikings at 7. Nelson Graber gets a nice shot. I'll tell you what.
That was a prayer. He went into the paint and slipped and throwed it up off the backboard.
And got it off the glass. Nice shot any way you look at it. He powered up the shot. Nelson Graber's had a great night tonight, too. 11 points for Graber. Whitmer with 18. So that's 29 of the 33 North Daviess points right there.
Yes, it is.
Timeout on the floor with 3:39 to go in the contest. Stick around for our post-game show coming up, presented by Alex Neff with German American Investments. Investment advice from a name you know and trust. We'll have the Freddie Energy High Energy Player of the Game, the Purdue Farms Overall Player of the Game, and our Quiznos Sub of the Game. That's all. Woo!
Yeah, I was hoping they could, Barr-Reeve stop North Daviess, go down up by 6, and they nailed a 3 to go up by 7, but then North Daviess is, they've got a lot of fight left in them.
Yes, they do. What a great game tonight. What a great high school matchup.
North Daviess jumps out of that zone. Now they pick up man-to-man. Hughes tries to get it into Duncan. That's what he needs to do. Try to get it into the big guy, and they call a foul on North Daviess.
Going to be whistled against Stetson Townsend of the Cougars, his third. And it's a shooting foul now. Barr-Reeve is in the bonus. 1 in bonus for Christian Duncan. Shot is up and no good. Short. Rebound. Tied up. Jump ball call. And the arrow gives it to the Vikings. Willie Helms made that happen.
That was a big possession there. Because the ball belonged to Barr-Reeve under their own baskets on the missed free throw. They get a chance to score 2 points anyway.
Duncan out to Wagler. 3. After Wagler's 3, don't even touch the row.
That's the inside-out game. They went to Duncan. Duncan had 4 guys around him. Wagler wide open.
Whitmer, 3 on the other does the same thing on the North Daviess side.
Yep.
Third three of the game. Whitmer now with 21 points. And a reach-in foul against Kendall Whitmer. That is number 4 for him.
Well, again, that's not any different than what was down on this end of the floor when they called the foul on Barr-Reeve. They're out at the 10-second line and doing a little hand checking. Let them play. They have all night, but every once in a while they're going to whistle that foul.
One in bonus for Trey Hughes. It's up and no good. Boy, oh boy. The woes continue at the free throw line for the Vikings. They've got to come up with those free throws in this fourth quarter.
Yes, they do.
41-36 from the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. 5-point Barr-Reeve lead. 2.5 minutes to play. Kendall Whitmer. Long three. No. Rebound. Good. And he's fouled.
Wow.
The shot will count from T.J. Miller as he chased down the rebound, and Trey Hughes whistled for the foul.
That's kind of an NBA continuation there as he grabbed the rebound. And again, Barr-Reeve not doing good blocking out North Daviess players off that board.
Free throw's good. T.J. Miller completes the three-point play and makes it a 3-point game. No, 2-point game, excuse me. 41-39. Trey Hughes all the way. Draws the foul on the other side. Foul called against Kendall Whitmer, and he fouls out. Yeah, Kendall Whitmer is fouled out of the game. Kendall Whitmer has just fouled out, and that is a dagger in the heart.
Oh, I'm telling you, that is huge.
For the North
that
Daviess
is
Cougars.
big.
That is a dagger in the heart for the North Daviess Cougars. Nelson Graber is in some pain out there. He is shaking his right hand. Whitmer gets a standing ovation from the Cougar fans. He'll foul out with 21 points tonight. What a game for the Cougar senior.
Well, you can almost hear the heart sink over here on the North Daviess side. You know, they've got Nelson Graber hurt out there, which I would think would be the next hurt go-to guy. And so they've got their two big guns, one hurt, one on the bench.
Shot up, and Trey hits this free throw. As Matt Miller enters the lineup, he replaces Stetson Townsend.
Well, Coach Dalrymple's got a play he wants him to make.
On the rebound. There's a foul. Oh, now Brandon Graber fouls out for Barr-Reeve.
Well, kind of a silly foul on the free throw line. I know you got to go for them all, but unless you just got a 99% chance of getting that rebound off the line with 2:19 to go in the game, and they need to have you in there.
Graber didn't have a good night tonight, finished with 7 points, but his presence has been known all night. He's really crashed the boards hard. Brandon Graber fouls out for Barr-Reeve. Kendall Whitmer fouls out for North Daviess. At the line, T.J. Miller hits his first free throw. He has another one coming. Both teams are in the bonus for the last 2 minutes. It's 42-40 on the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard. Barr-Reeve by 2. One more free throw for Miller, up and in. It's a 1-point ball game. 42-41. Trey Hughes has it for the Vikings. Off to Willie Helms. What a game, what a game. Sennett left alone underneath. Nice pass from Helms, and Sennett draws the foul going to the line.
Well, North Daviess set up in a zone again that time. I'm a little surprised, but they were going to force the Vikings to shoot outside and keep it away from Duncan, and Sennett snuck in behind the zone, took the pass, and got hammered.
C.J. Miller whistled for his second. 10th team foul called against North Daviess. First foul is off the mark.
Nobody's hit free throws but Hughes.
Bennett is 0 for 2 at the line. He's got one more free throw coming. Double bonus for Barr-Reeve now. They're at 2 free throws every time at the line. Bennett with one more. Scoreless so far tonight. He does hit the second free throw. Makes it a 2-point game, 43 to 41 with 2 minutes left to play. Here's Barr-Reeve. Matt Miller with the ball for the Cougars. It's dished off to Craze. Craze, jumper up and in. Dick Craze sinks a big basket, hits 6 points. He ties this game at 43. Minute and a half to go now. Wow. Ashton Wagler to Hughes, back to Wagler, near corner behind three-point land. Hughes has it at the volleyball line now. Ashton Wagler. Willie Helms now gets his hands on it. Skip pass back to Wagler. Wagler takes it, baseline, gets it. Ashton Wagler off the glass for 2. 8 points for Wagler, all coming in this crucial fourth quarter. 45-43. Barr-Reeve by 2. 1 minute to play. Nelson Graber. Off to Matt Miller. Miller to a cutting Craze. Craze picks up his dribble. Needs help. It goes to Nelson Graber. 45 seconds left. Nelson Graber. Rebound, Trey Hughes. The Vikings have it. Trey Hughes off to Bennett. Now to Willie Helms. Now to Christian Dungeon to Ashton Wagler. And Wagler's the one they choose to foul. He'll have 2 free throws.
Well, this is what it's going to come down to is free throws, as we talk about so many times in high school basketball. You got to hit the free throws, and Barr-Reeve's missing enough free throws tonight to be up at 10 points.
Ashton Wagler has an automatic 2 free throws, and it's a timeout on the floor for North Daviess. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, Barr-Reeve 45, North Daviess 43, 27 seconds to play at the Buggy Bowl. We're back in 30 seconds on WAMW. Absolutely, positively nothing short of what we expected here tonight.
So nothing at all from the get-go. There's not been a letdown in any quarter or any minute of this ball game. Nobody's left. None of the kids are setting. Great evening for basketball.
At the line shooting 2, Ashton Wagler. A couple of big free throws. He can make this a 2-possession ball game if he sinks them both. He hits the first one. One more free throw coming up for Wagler, the 6'2 sophomore. Second free throw in the air and good. He drains them both. It is a 2-possession game now. 25 seconds on the clock. Craze, shot up and in. Nick Craze gets the basket and picks up the quick foul.
Well, there's no quitting North Daviess. Craze, probably, as I mentioned, I thought maybe Graber would take over for Whitmer, but Craze has been the man.
47-45. Trey Hughes shooting the free throws now. Automatic 2 free throws every time at the line. Shot up and in. Hughes sinks the first big free throw. This one again makes it a 2-possession game, and it's huge. Second toss up, and he missed it. Too strong. Rebound, Jordan Bennett. The Cougars can't come up with a rebound. And now Jordan Bennett going to the line.
Big offensive rebound. It took a hard bounce over the top of North Daviess defender who was in the paint. Tough break for the Cougars.
Bennett gets the first free throw with another one coming. 47-45. 49-45. It is now a two-possession game. Second free throw up and in. Bennett hits them both. Timeout on the floor. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, it's Barr-Reeve 50, North Daviess 45. We will return in 30 seconds on WAMW.
I'm Andy R.
Scoreboard, Barr-Reeve leads North Daviess 50-45. Cougars have the ball. Craze works it up the floor quickly to Riggins for three. No, too strong. Rebound, fought for, loose on the floor, and a foul called against Barr-Reeve.
Looks like Barr-Reeve was out of bounds when he touched the ball.
Out of bounds for North Daviess. North Daviess will inbound underneath their basket. It goes to Nelson Graber. He puts up the three. In and out, no good. Rebound to Ashton Wagler. Now a quick foul.
Yeah, that's going to do it, I think. That's the ball game.
Man, oh man. What a game. What a game here tonight.
Oh, a lot of game. Coach Hughes has got to be pleased. One thing his boys learned tonight that'll help them in post-sectional, you never give up. They have the ability to come from behind. They have the ability to stick it out. They got the ability to win.
Wagler missed the first free throw. He's got one more. Boy, I'll tell you what, you got to give credit to Coach Dalrymple.
Oh, yeah, they came in prepared. They were ready.
They executed their game plan to a T. Wagler hits the second free throw. 51-45. Craze up for three. Nope, that's it. It's over. Barr-Reeve wins the Buggy Bowl in 2010. On the Yoder's Automotive Specialist scoreboard, it's Barr-Reeve 51, North Daviess 45.
Wabash Valley basketball tradition renewed tonight. The battle for the Buggy as Barr-Reeve hosted North Daviess. The Vikings looking to retake the Buggy after the Cougars captured it the past 2 years in a row. The Cougars up 7 in the third quarter. Barr-Reeve closes in with a three-pointer from Willie Helms. Then it's going to be Trey Hughes to Christian Dungeon with the shot pass. We saw that working last night. It's going to work again here to tie the game at 29 as they ended the third quarter. Now it's Hughes driving the lane, picking up the lay-in to put the Vikings up 4 early in the fourth quarter. Kendall Whitmer answers for North Daviess with a three-pointer. He would lead the Cougars with 21 points on the night. Now North Daviess down 2. The freshman Nick Craze with the spin move around the defense, putting them on top again. The Vikings would respond with Ashton Wagler driving the baseline to give the Vikings a lead now, but it's going to be more Craze for the Cougars. The rookie hitting the fadeaway jumper that would bring them within 2 with just 20 seconds to go, but Barr-Reeve would hit the free throws down the stretch to clinch the victory. Barr-Reeve was led by Trey Hughes with 16 points and Christian Dungeon with 11. The Vikings taking home the Buggy, winning 51-45.